Welcome to another episode of Rip and Flip, the series where we buy used mountain bikes, we find good deals on them, then we take them for a ride, see if they rip, and then see if we can flip them for profit. Today we've got a frame, we're doing a full build here. Hey Benny, good boy. We've got a Specialized Status 160. I paid $500 for it, and it actually came with a Zeb Ultimate. So we've got some sick parts here. I'm really excited about this frame. It looks pretty clapped though. A lot of these aren't scratches. Benny, get out of the way. But these are actually like adhesive marks all over it, so there's like tons of adhesive on the frame. I don't have any goo on, so I'm gonna try alcohol. I've heard oil apparently works well, and I've got a thing of soapy water too. I don't know what the previous owner was doing, putting tape all over the chain stays and seat stays and stuff, but yeah, we'll try and clean it up as best we can. Major improvement. Well, it's far from perfect. Still a bunch of adhesive on the inside of the seat stays. I don't think I'm gonna bother with that, but the outside looking way better on both sides, so let's go build it up. All right, my garage is filthy, but next piece we're putting on, got an old Specialized Command dropper post. It's only 125 millimeters, but we're trying to do this thing cheap. The bike actually came with a dropper cable and lever, so let's get all that installed. Okay, I got the dropper installed last night, and then I've done some more work on this morning. So I actually got this score of a lifetime on KSL out here. I paid $400 for basically all the takeoff parts from a brand new Intense Taser that someone was getting rid of. So $400 I got SLX brakes, E13 wheels with rotors, and tires already set up tubeless, and a full SLX drivetrain. Except for the cranks, I still need cranks, grips, bar stem, and a Fox 38 that's going to be for a different project. I'm also going to save the SLX drivetrain for a different project, but I paid $50 at Bike Collective for a Dior 12-speed derailleur and shifter. So getting that installed, getting the brakes on, bar stem on, we're almost there. Just parked at Corner Canyon, did a rush lap yesterday, but I think I'm gonna hit another. Yeah, the suspension's feeling great, brakes are feeling awesome. I tuned up the drivetrain a little bit. The 2.8 tire in the rear, way too wide, so I might eventually get a narrower one, but I'm stoked on this thing. First ride yesterday was awesome. I'm excited to get after it again. Going up Canyon Hollow. Yeah, when I rode yesterday, literally didn't tune the drivetrain at all. I just bolted on the derailleur, tightened up the cable, called it good. There were some skipping and whatnot. I tried to tune it a bit better before today's ride. Still think it might not be perfect. I did put a brand new derailleur hanger on it, because the one that was on the frame when I got it was super bent, but might need a little bit more fine tuning. Oh, the camera's about to die. Let's just hit lower rush and hope it goes well. Okay, so now it's spring 2025 Wells talking. I didn't do a great job of getting much footage on this bike, but I ended up using this Status as my main ride for a month or two at the end of last season, and I really loved it. The medium size was great except for the stack height. I'm typically between a large and XL, but I really like riding smaller bikes since they're so fun in corners and on jumps. The Status is a really long bike anyway, so it didn't feel too short lengthwise for me, but if I kept it any longer I would have put some high-rise bars on there. This thing ripped in the corners and was especially fun on jumps. The takeoff parts I built it with were great. I did break a spoke because I rode like an idiot and smacked the rear wheel into a stump, but they still held true and I replaced the spoke no problem. The only part I didn't get along with was the float X shock. I think I may have been too heavy for the factory tune because I added a lot of extra air to the shock and ran less than 20% sag to try and keep the rear suspension from bottoming out and blowing through travel too quick. Overall, this bike was a treat to spend a few weeks on, and I'm stoked with the deals I got putting it together. I'll throw a chart up of my money invested, but I was able to build this super capable and decently spec'd modern enduro bike for a total of around $1,100. I sold it in the middle of winter when it's hard to sell a bike, so I only made $1,000 back. but I still had a brand new Fox 38 and SLX drivetrain from the parts haul, so I'll call that a win. Those parts are going on a sweet project coming soon, so stay tuned.